tunaye kuhani mkuu.
Good evening. Welcome to a new week and welcome to our new segment of Family Life. Your host Melvin Ouman
and Gerard ONKOBA.
Remember to follow us on Facebook, Edel TV Halisi, and on our YouTube channel, Edel 001. On our segment today, we want to talk about an interesting part of family life or social life. Actually, I think it's equally a foundation of family life.
Family, yeah.
Yeah, we want to talk about courtship. Sasa juu umeoa, situambie courtship ni nini?
Yeah, courtship is a stage where two people who are interested in each other, man and a woman, they take their time to know each other better. Yeah, they are learning about each other, and this period can take a long time.
Oh.
Around 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then basically courtship is prior to marriage. Yeah. It is the path to
a preparatory stage
to marriage.
Yeah.
So you can only court someone who you intend to marry.
Actually, you are almost sure that you will marry that person.
Okay. Almost sure. Meaning there are chances that
there is no much room for breakups in courtship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, then does it mean at this point hapa kwa courtship kuna mapenzi? Do we talk about love? Ama love, you know, for me love exists in the movies. Anyway, at this point kwa courtship, is this the point where we talk about I love you so much, you're my world?
Courtship is kind of the traditional way of dating, whereby in courtship there is no sexual intimacy.
Okay.
Kind of. Like for example, we have to differentiate between courtship and dating.
Yes.
Dating is a modern thing.
Yeah.
Courtship, like the parents of Jesus Christ, Joseph and Mary, they were betrothed to each other.
Yeah.
Way after birth. This kid has been born a man, the other one is born a woman. And so the families know this one will marry this one.
Okay. I think now, earlier today I learned that the Bible does not have dating. Biblia haizungumzii dating anywhere. Lakini Biblia iko na courting. It took me back to zile enzi zenye ulikuwa mna connectiwa. Ati sijui baba yako anakuja kwetu kukutafutia.
Yeah.
Hiyo ilikuwa courting ama ilikuwa ni because ukumbuke hiyo kutafutia hakukuwa na hiyo attachment. So mnajuania kwa nyumba.
Like for example, the Jacob of the Bible, did he date or court?
Ukumbuke Jacob alikuwa interested in Rachel.
Yeah.
But akapewa Leah.
Yeah.
Sasa hii period 14 years kwa sababu alifanya kazi miaka 7.
Yeah.
Knowing that he was working to earn Rachel. Alafu the dad deceived him, his father-in-law. So he had to labor for another 7 years.
7 good years.
For Rachel. Hii 14 years akilabor for Rachel, walikuwa wana court? Ama walikuwa wana date?
Jacob anapata mtoto wake wa kwanza lini?
Si mtoto wake wa kwanza walikuja tu na Leah.
So hakupata mtoto akiwa kwa father-in-law.
Probably alipata akiwa kwa father-in-law. Ama?
After 7 years, the first 7 years aliozwa.
The first Leah. 7 years aliozwa Leah.
And he continued working for
Rachel.
Sasa
hii miaka 14 yenye Jacob ana labor, to earn Rachel. Yenyewe wanaume wa kitambo walikuwa wale wa sisi. Saa hii unaambia msee nipe time
anakasirika
ana move on. So hii time yote Jacob na Rachel walikuwa wanafanya nini? Walikuwa wana date ama walikuwa wana court?
That one we can clearly answer it after we've seen the differences between courtship and
sawa
dating.
Because ninauliza hivyo kwa sababu you look at Rachel. Yani Rachel was just waiting for 14 years for Jacob. Kwani hiyo ni mapenzi aina gani?
Kulikuwa na
kwanza kwani kulikuwa na mapenzi tuanzie hapo because kama anaweza ngojea for 14 years
14 years is such a long period. But wale watu pia walikuwa na
mtoto amezaliwa Kenya, akafika class 8. Akafanya KCPE. Bado tu unangojea mwanamume mmoja. Meanwhile, huyu jamaa pia 14 years, mtoto amezaliwa, amefika form 1 ama class 8. Laboring to earn Rachel. No wonder Jacob alikuwa anapenda tu Rachel.
Kitu kizuri, you labor for it. In Central Africa, they have a culture. I think they borrowed it from Jacob and Rachel scenario. Whereby if you are interested in a lady, you will work for that family for 4 good years.
Okay.
Miaka minne.
Try telling a young Kenyan aende kwa kina dem afanye kazi hivyo for 4 years. Uone kama ataendelea
ndio wakujue vizuri, wajue huyu jamaa anaweza stahimili na huyu binti yetu and the likes.
Sasa hiyo time umeenda hiyo 4 years ukiwork, umemuoa, mna court ama mna date?
Sasa mna court. One feature that has come out clearly in courtship, there's no sex.
In courtship, there is no sex.
But we have emotional attachment.
Na kwa Songs of Solomon, kuna chapter 1 is talking about betroth. But in the same chapter, na betrothed ndio hiyo ni kama mko engaged, but hakuna any physical engagement. Lakini bado, hapo verse 2, kuna hapo kwa let him kiss me. Na ndio maana ninauliza, okay, let him kiss me with the kiss of his mouth. Unaona kwenye trick iko kwa iko chip.
Kwa courtship
hakuna sex, but mna hug. Na hiyo Songs of Solomon mna kiss.
And remember what the Bible says.
What does the Bible say?
The Bible recommends that even the congregation, they can kiss, they can have a holy kiss. And the kiss of the Bible is not the it can use the term kiss in reference to a hug. So when it says a holy kiss, it means, it refers to that hug, that warmth, fellowship, warmth of, and all that.
Maybe in layman's language, you can put it this way. Courtship haina physical intimacy. Na kwa sababu haina physical intimacy, intention yake ni ku proceed kwa marriage with the relationship as clean as possible.
We can ask a simple question. Do people court these days? Our youths. Do they court or they date?
Juu ulisema dating ni a modern thing. So ni kitu imekuja size. Na courtship hakuna sex. So kwa dating kuna sex.
Kwa dating kuna sex.
Kwa dating kuna sex.
Unauliza kama kuna sex na nime-emphasize kwa hilo swali kwamba kuna sex.
Kwa dating. Na si umesema ni kitu modern. Kitu modern unajua ni vile tu inakuja na mambo yake.
Ajua watu siku hizi people can meet over the internet. They do everything over the internet. They are just waiting for a physical meeting to affirm. Dating. And they have sex the first day of their meeting.
Kwa sababu wamekuwa wakiongea over the phone, over Facebook, over.
So that's dating. But courting doesn't have that.
Na unajua, dating can be accidental. But courtship is purposeful. And it's a choice.
I agree with that.
Come to think of it this way, for those who love clubbing, a lady goes into a club, they meet a guy, they bang. then from there they meet severally for the same thing.
Yeah.
Ujue akitoka home hakuwa amepangia. But kwa sababu ya
in dating, in dating there are no strings attached.
So there's no emotional investment.
Yeah.
But
in courting, these people are aiming at marriage.
So lazima kukuwe na emotional closeness.
Yeah, emotionally they bond. That's why it's even recommended that when you are going to meet your prospective husband, as you quote, you go with a third person.
Third person anaenda kufanya nini kwa hii biashara?
Meet in a room, an enclosed room.
Basi badala meet in a room, si meet tao.
Tao, siku ngine anaweza kukwambia leo njoo kwangu, tumespend a lot.
I agree. So ukienda kwake, uende na third party.
Yeah, mnaenda.
Sasa third party atakuwa anafanya nini mkiongea?
Perhaps mnaweza mpea katuni acheze. It's a modern society.
I'm imagining
watch
umetembea na nani? You know the teenage, hiyo machachari ya kukua teenager. I was always forced to walk around with my little brothers. At some point, one after the other, kulingana na vile wana grow up. So I usually hear my little brother akisema a lot ati nyinyi dhambi zenu mlikuwa tu mnanibeba mkinipeleka kwa dhambi zenu. Is that what you mean? Kumaanisha regardless of kwenye mtu anaenda, by the mere fact that there's a third party, they may be able to preserve that purity.
And that's the essence of
courtship. Kwamba you preserve the sexual contact for marriage, but then mna build an emotional closeness kwa sababu pia marriage inaweza function aje bila emotional.
Actually, these individuals who are courting, they know that there is no sex for them. Sex is a no-go zone.
Sasa basi wacha tu niulize. Anyway, I'm full of questions today.
Yeah.
Probably you know why. Watu wanaweza cuddle.
Because if you cuddle, where does it lead?
But if you hug and you can kiss, according to Solomon, the holy kiss, of course. Cuddling?
What does it lead to? That's the big question. Kwamba mkikado, the ultimate result.
Basi tuseme tu inategemea na vile mtakado. Kama mtahag, kwanza kama tu mtahag.
Let's put it this way. That courting is a culture developed gradually. And so for some nations, for some communities, it works very well. Like the Indians, they court. Hata ukiwatch their movies.
Yeah.
The Chinese, they can easily court. Dating is a Western culture.
Yeah.
That Kenyans have borrowed and adopted.
Kenyans and Nigerians.
Let me use Kenyans.
I really don't like the way Kenyans have adopted the dating style, because now again it leaves us with so many social imbalance. Unajua?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's something we can discuss another day. But then now it is just clear that courtship is very intentional. You may identify this person and you feel like you want to spend the rest of your life with them. Na kwa hivyo, you take your time to get to know them, to get to understand them, build an emotional closeness. Uku dating on the other hand, ni vile tu unakutana na mtu. Si lazima iwaki kwa marriage. Courtship, a marriage is guaranteed, unless otherwise. Can you court and fail not to marry?
Many times, up to 80%
of courtship
leads to marriage.
Actually, I really envy the Indians a lot. When you look at their culture, the courting makes marriage stronger. Kwa sababu hawa watu hawajajiona physically. Na ukiangalia, by the time wanajiona physically, they're already in the marriage, they've taken time to understand one another, they know the deeper feelings of each other. So to break that kind of a connection, si kitu rahisi. Maybe that explains why marriages probably, I don't know whether wazazi wetu were there, and then even our grandparents.
Looking at the traditional African culture and the family setup, they quoted a lot. Because kama mtu alikuwa nini, tuseme you were interested in a given lady, you could send spies. Wanachunguza tabia yake. They come with the answers kwamba yule msichana mnaweza ishi na yeye. Yule msichana labda anakimbia usiku. Yule msichana anafanya nini?
Yeah.
So as if you are a witch, you are married off to a witch.
Okay.
So as you can perfect the art. But hiyo culture ilisha. Lately, watu wana meet, they may not court. Bearing in mind, courtship inaweza take up to 2 years.
2 years ama hata 5 years.
Yeah.
Wewe unaweza enda upate scholarship, lakini tuna court tu.
Yeah.
Wende usome urudi. Now we are just taking a brief break, but before we take a break, can I tell you something? My parents never dated, neither did they court. Follow us on Facebook, Edel TV Halisi, and on our YouTube channel, Edel 001 TV. We'll be right back.